Hello, and welcome to this professional development series entitled Essential Skills for Engaging Conflict. My name is Greg Abell, and I'll be guiding you through the 6 learning modules that make up this series. I would like to start by taking a couple minutes to introduce you to the overall learning objectives for these lessons. You know, we're expected to work in partnership with others in both our personal and our professional lives on almost a daily basis. It's been my experience that the quality of our lives are, to a significant degree, correlated to the quality of these types of relationships. Our ability to achieve a range of goals is dependent on how well we are able to work together. My hunch is that many of you participating in this series have found this to be very true in the context of education, where we're tasked with working together to improve student learning. In an article entitled Relationships in the Schoolhouse, educator Roland Barth states, and I quote, "One incontrovertible finding emerges from my career spent working in and around schools. The nature of the relationship among the adults within a school has a greater influence on the character and the quality of that school and on student accomplishment than anything else." You know, this is a powerful assertion. And a couple of things are important here from my perspective. We know that if we're to improve student learning, we must address such topics as focused instruction, professional development, assessment of learning, and a range of other research-based strategies. And while these issues are critical, our ability to engage the inevitable conflict that surfaces when we take on these complex challenges is equally important. A fundamental question we too often ignore is this: do we trust each other sufficiently, both personally and professionally, to fully engage the challenging conversations encountered when encountering change and pursuing improvement? The purpose of this 6-part series is to introduce key skills and strategies for engaging difficult and yet critical conversations in support of effective collaboration. Let me start by introducing you to the basic structure of each of the lessons. First of all, each module has written material that will prepare you for a group dialogue about the concepts and skills introduced in each session. Each module is divided into 3 to 4 sections. Each section has information specific to that topic, followed by discussion questions or activities designed to support your group's shared learning. Finally, each session starts with a brief video, such as the one you're watching now, that will introduce you to the key learning objectives for that session. So, the basic structure for engaging a lesson looks like this. First, individuals will read and review the written materials provided for the session and take time to review the discussion questions. You will meet as a group and watch the video introduction for that session. As a group, you will then discuss your learning for that module using the discussion questions provided. Now, the amount of time you spend on each module is up to you. And 4, finally, wrap up each session by identifying specific actions you will take both individually and or collectively to act on new learning or insight. You know, we know that knowing something or learning something new will not create change. We sometimes say that insight and action leads to change. So let me end with this observation and an invitation. The interesting thing about life from my perspective is that you'll find no lack of opportunity to apply these concepts and skills in both your personal and your professional life. Be open to these opportunities that will show up in which to apply this learning, and thank you for your willingness to take on this work.